So today we'll be discussing Gemini and Chainlit. For the people who are currently here in this meeting, the, can you type in one if you are familiar with Gemini, and two if you're familiar with Chainlit? Okay, Gemini
Thank you.
one. Okay, cool. So I guess yeah, one then. So I guess a lot of people are familiar with Gemini. Gemini is the LLM by Google, right? But Chainlit is still quite a mystery. So yeah, we will be introducing both and how to use them together. So yeah, welcome guys. My name's Daniel Bagaforomir. I am a AI engineer for Bayani Chain. So yeah, I'll be teaching you guys an introduction to Gemini and Chainlit to supercharge conversational AI with speed, intelligence, and interactivity. So yeah, let's go ahead. So yeah, welcome to the future of LLM UX. So yeah, Chainlit is actually a UI framework that is built natively in Python. So you just put in some Python code, and with the Chainlit library, you can create your own UI for a chatbot. It's that easy. You don't need to learn TypeScript. You don't need to learn JavaScript. You don't need to learn any web development skills. You just type it in Python, and there you go. You have this UI already. So that's what I will be showing you guys later in the hands-on activity. Okay. So yeah, let's go first with our first product or tech in the stack. That's Gemini. What makes it special? To the people who are familiar with Gemini, do you guys what makes Gemini special? Can you guys type in the chat box why do you like to use Gemini? Or perhaps you prefer another LLM. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, I think medyo wala, no? So, yeah, yung usually when we think about Gemini, when we think about using Gemini, right? We think about going to the website like yeah, Gemini.google. We think about this thing, right? We go here. Yan. Hello, can you give me an overview on how to study AI? That's how we interact with Gemini. But what most people don't know is that there's actually an API service for this technology. So what if you guys want to create your own app that has a chatbot, right? They have their own chatbots, but it's actually powered by Gemini. It's actually powered by OpenAI. It's actually powered by Claude and such. That's how they get the state of the art models to work for them through an API. So yeah, what makes that's one of the reason why Gemini is special because they have their own API service. Additionally, it's called Flash for a reason because it's fast, scalable, and cost efficient. Gemini is actually one of the cheapest uh, AI models in the market for closed source AI. Additionally, they actually provide the API service for free. So I'll be showing you guys that later how to avail that service. So aside from it being fast, it's actually very powerful. Gemini has one of the how can I say this? Pinakamalaking context window. They have 1 million tokens for as its context even before 2.0 around Yeah, nung 1.5 pa lang, it was already 1 million. So imagine what 2.0 can do already. And like what I said earlier, it's optimized for real-time apps. Of course, it's built by one of the biggest tech companies out there, Google. So of course, it's a state-of-the-art model, multimodal siya. So it can do text, it can do code, it can also do vision. Vision is in the form of videos and images. So it also has this robust reasoning capabilities, but the Gemini 2.0 Flash isn't a reasoning model. It's more of a hybrid. So yeah, and of course budget friendly siya. So yeah, popular use cases: search engines, summarization tools, chatbots, and intelligent agents. So that's what we will be dealing with later. Chatbots. Well, yeah, search engines can be it can be quite harder to implement. So maybe that's something for you in the future, you know. So yeah, we'll be doing chatbots. So I just want to show you guys the Gemini Google AI Studio. So let's go here. I'll just put you guys here. Okay. So this is the Google AI Studio. I'll just give you guys a link as well so you can look. Hmm. There you go. So yeah, chat in the chat box now one if you guys are already in the link so you can explore for yourself. So yeah, every account, every Google email, they have this account actually. So ayun, kung may email ka, you have access to this. As long as you have a verified account sa GCP, yun, are able to already get your API keys. So yeah, since I do have an account in GCP, I'm able to do this. So yeah, I'll show you guys what it can do. So basically, it's just like Gemini.google, no? But as you can see, it's more elaborate and specific. You have your parameters here, like token count. There you go. As I told you guys earlier, it's 1 million, but more specifically, it's 1,048,576 tokens. So yeah, that's the total count of tokens it can do. For context, we also have this toggle for temperature. So as it said here already, temperature is the creativity allowed in responses. So yeah, we also have these tools. As you can see, one of the best things I love about Gemini is their tool for structured outputs. So parang may mga capabilities na rin siya ng AI agents. You can structure the outputs already. Yeah, code execution, function calling, but yeah, that's something you guys should explore for yourselves. There you go. There's also this advanced setting. There you go. Sorry. So yeah, there is top P, which is like the sampling of the context, the output length, how much tokens should be in the response. So a token is like a word, right? So yeah. So here it's like 8,000 words. Wait, let me just joining you guys. Yeah, welcome guys. So yeah, like what I was saying, that's how specific the AI studio for Google is. Also, we have the safety settings. I think most of the hate for Gemini comes from the safety settings, but for me, it's actually really good. You know, especially when you're like uh, working in, let's say, you have this client and they want to have, yeah, they want to have this professional chatbot Well, you don't need to actually
Magpapa-picture.
create your own guardrails.
80.
Gemini has it for you. You don't
80.
want harassment, you on harass
Ay, package siya.
block most of the harassment words. Okay, a lot more people joining. Cool. So yeah, you don't want some hate comments. You block some of the comments. You don't want to have some sexually explicit content. You block most of it and stuff. That way, the chatbot, yeah, your assistant can represent your company better. They won't entertain questions that are laced with harassment, these kinds of things, and yeah. So yeah, that's a very good uh, feature for me because yeah, it makes things easier. Okay, let me just admit him. There you go. Cool. So yeah, that's one of the things about Gemini AI Studio. Okay. We also have this prompt gallery apparently. So let's say you're someone who's not really good at prompts, you just wanna get started. Yeah, there you go. Analyze a. There you go. See, really cool. There you go. So see, I thought you thought it was like analyze a research paper, but actually, this is the prompt for a research body. You are an expert scientist or a researcher who has years of experience in conducting systematic literature, surveys, and stuff, and it has all of these
Tiga-apat.
things. So yeah, really cool. A lot of things here. Let's try another one. Search with a funny twist. That's weird. Okay, create a web app called Option Search. Oh yeah, someone. Yeah, and this is the prompt for that one. Really cool. So yeah, that's one of the things about Gemini. So let's go for the next one. There is something called stream real time. So I think this happened in the 2.0 update, wherein you will have this feature wherein you will be able to talk to Gemini like as if you are in a Zoom meeting or this kind of meeting, right? Google Meet.
Yung
So yeah, you
mga
can share your screen, webcam, talk, and stuff. I think it has a limit of 10 minutes. I don't know. I remember one time it has a limit of 10 minutes, but I'm not sure right now. So yeah, so you can have this different voices. I won't do it right now on screen because I think it will take a lot of my RAM. But on your free time, you can do that. So yeah, there's a lot of different voices here. The Aorus, anything, language. You can speak to an AI in German, English, Indian English, actually, UK English, yeah, French, yeah, of course, Hindi, Spanish stuff. I don't know. A lot of languages. Media resolution. There you go. And yeah, a lot of things. Also text. But yeah. So right now, what's available is 0.2 Flash 001. So there's also video gen. This is very new as well. So if you guys are very familiar with Kling, Runway AI, Sora from ChatGPT, well, this is Google's competitor. It's called VO2. So yeah, you have this. Yeah, you have this already. This is for free. You can generate images here, or I mean videos. So yeah, that's really cool. I'm not gonna do that. So yeah, there's also different aspect ratios. There you go. You want it on landscape or yeah vertical for TikTok reels or something. The duration. Okay, so I guess this one is one of the limitations as of the moment. You only have 8 seconds Well, I guess in Sora it was also 8 seconds, but in the other providers it can be quite longer. Cool. So another thing is the build apps with Gemini. So they have this demo applications you guys can try out. There we go. A maps planner, a lot of things. So yeah. So yeah, I do have some history using this. As you can see, it was still Gemini 1.5, and yeah, I didn't know how to do RAG back then, so I asked it how to perform RAG in CSV using Gemini Flash, and it taught me, you know. So yeah, I believe this is a good way to learn these things. So yeah, I still remember this project. Yeah, it worked well with the help of this tool. So yeah, there's also the dashboard. Let's go to the dashboard, guys. So yeah, this is the API service of Gemini. As you can see, I have a lot of projects here. Project Hugs, Project Polymer, Tempo, some application. I don't know. Uh, yeah, a lot of things. So yeah, as you can see here, it's my plan is free. So I'm actually being able to use this API for free, and I'll show you guys the details regarding that one. So let's go to the documentation. There you go. So this is the place you guys can learn about the Gemini API. I'll share this link. There you go. Cool. So yeah, same thing. If you guys already in this link, just type in one, and yeah, you guys can explore by yourselves as well while I share it with you guys. So there. So one of the things, what's really good about learning the API, guys, is that you know, I just want to show you again. Here we have the Gemini, right? We have we have the um, web browser version of Gemini. It's preferably in Flash, but there's a lot of different models as well. So yeah, there is Flash 2.5, the Pro 2.5, and stuff, and they're quite experimental. Well, in the Gemini API, it's also experimental, but but the code or the model available here is actually uh, more new, the latest version, because of course the engineers in Gemini, they will not push new models immediately. They need to test it, right? But with an API, you don't need to do much. So yeah, here we have access to 2.5 Flash, and then the of course the experimental version of 2.5 Pro and stuff. So yeah, this apparently this is how you use the API. So there you go. It's also available in JavaScript, Go, and of course REST APIs. So you can just do that. Okay, but later we'll be using Python. Okay, just want to show you guys some things. So yeah, these are the Gemini models available. So we have the 2.5 preview and the date 2.5 Pro preview. Okay. Of course, this one is the one we will be using Gemini 2.0 Flash. So yes, the images and stuff. So yeah, you'll definitely learn a lot here. So yeah, there's the Imagen for the images, the VO for the videos. Um, There's also an embedding model for Gemini apparently. So if you want to do RAG or the search engine that I mentioned earlier, this is what you'll be needing, okay, to make the vector store indexes. So yeah, those are the models available, the variants, and then there you go. More things here. Cool. Okay, so for the pricing, of course, this is an API. You have to learn the pricings and stuff. So for the Gemini 2.5 5 Pro. We have these things. There you go. Flash. So Flash has a free tier. So free of charge, and you have like RPD. So 500 requests per day. That is the meaning of RPD. Okay. Okay. There you go. It's okay. Let me just add in here. There you go. So yeah. So some terminologies available here. RPM is like the request per minute, request per day, RPD nga. Tokens per minute, TPM, and tokens per day, TPD. I think they the OpenAI API also uses the same terminologies, but they can vary. But yeah, for Gemini, they have this documentation you guys can learn. So yeah, so later we'll be using the Gemini 2.0 Flash, and actually I think that's good because it has a RPM of 15, yeah, 15 requests per minute. And I think that's already good for our project later. And additionally, here, yeah, this is 1 million tokens per minute. That's no big, that's not a joke. That's really good, you know? And of course, the request per day. So yeah, like what I've said, Gemini 2.0 is one of the cheapest, most accessible AI models for closed source LLMs. And you guys can see why. Because it's like they're giving themselves for free. So let's say you have this new idea, you can build it immediately. But if not a lot of users use it, that's all right because it's you didn't spend anything. But let's say your idea launches and it goes really well. A lot of users use it. A lot of people are using the chatbot, interacting with it. That's when you scale up. That's when you go to tier one, tier two, tier three, and stuff. So yeah, really good. So let me just see. I think the other things are quite long already. So yeah, that's Gemini. So that's how you get your APIs and their information. So let's go back to the presentation. So one of the next stack in the stack is called Chainlit. It's your agent's interface. So does anyone here know Streamlit? Can you guys type Streamlit in the chat if you know? Yeah, like you had experience using it. Yeah, okay. So of course Miss Catherine, yeah, already knows. Very good. So yeah, for how about the others? Aware lang. Okay, that's still good, you know. So yeah, I guess my analogy will not work for you guys, but in the future, once I show you Chainlit, you guys can also look into Streamlit. That's very similar to this one, but Chainlit is uh specialized in creating. Yeah, it's specialized in the UI for the chatbot necessarily, not the whole thing. Additionally, it has better support for uh, React applications. Let's say you want to integrate it in your website, Chainlit might be your solution. So yeah. And to be honest with you guys, I honestly don't have much experience using Chainlit. I just use it as a hobby. I don't use it for, let's say, production applications like for my work or such. I don't use this. So maybe someone here knows. So yeah, but from my experience, it's very similar to Streamlit, and yeah, it's a developer tool that helps us. build LLM apps really fast. So let's say you don't have experience in web development. I don't need to do the CSS. I don't need to do the HTML and such, right? You don't need to do the TypeScript. You just need to type in Python using the Chainlit library, and it will provide this very beautiful UI for you that you can easily interact with your chatbot. So I guess maybe in the future I'll be using this for prototyping or showcasing the prototype of a chatbot, like what I'm doing with Streamlit. So yeah, why do we use Streamlit? Of course, rapid prototyping, like what I told you guys. And of course, it's very easy to debug. You're able to interact with your chatbot using your own UI. And let's say you guys are working with agents. You will be creating your own tools, maybe an orchestrator or a crew, something like that. And with Chainlit, you're able to easily visualize when the LLM or the agent is actually using the tool or passing it on to a different one or yeah, different agent, right? So yeah, visual interface. We have the chat, the forms, the images. Of course, seamless integration with the following: Gemini, Langchain, and OpenAI. Excuse me. Okay, so for the we have this UX first design. So you guys don't need to create custom front ends from scratch. So yeah, I'll be showing. Yeah, let's go for this one first before showing Chainlit. So yeah, the power of Gemini 2.0 Flash and Chainlit together is that what I can say is like Gemini will be the brains of the project, while Chainlit will be the face. It will provide us a proper UI that we can easily interact to, and the Gemini 2.0 Flash will do the thinking for us, right? So yeah, we'll do the logic, everything that an LLM can do. So yeah, this is how to get the API for Gemini. So yeah, I'll be showing the Chainlit documentation. Okay, please share the screen. Cool. So this is Chainlit, guys. I'll just share the screen. Oh, may manig chat pala. First time ko lang din narinig. Cool. Yeah, puro AWS lang inaral ko. Cool. That's also really good. hmm So yeah, this is Chainlit. And as you can see, it's an open source Python package to build production ready conversational AI. So this is what it looks like, right? This is what it looks like. And it's just like ChatGPT, but for in your local host. Okay? So yeah, key features: build fast, authentication, data persistence. Yeah. So actually, what's really good about Chainlit is that for apart from other UI out there, is that it's actually quite. It's parang I don't know how to describe it, but it's like full stacked. It provides you your database. It records everything. So it's like you're building your own, yeah, local AI. So there you go. Integrations. So one of the key things about Chainlit is it's actually from Europe. So let's show that one. So this is the GitHub for Chainlit. I'll share it as well. I think that's very important. Okay, so Chainlit is actually Europe, specifically in France. Let's show. There you go. So how did I know that? Yeah, there you go, France. So the actual Chainlit is like a product from their company, and the company is called Literal AI. So I guess all the Literal AI products can easily be integrated to Chainlit and such. And why did I say that it's from Europe? It's from France. Well, I think it's also optimized for Le Mistral, yung Mistral AI. So I think they prefer that aside from the Open AI based on the when I explored that one. So yeah. Also Llama Index, AutoGen. I love AutoGen. So how do you install Chainlit? Wait, here you go. How do you install Chainlit, guys? So very simple. You just do pip install Chainlit, and then there's also interactive here. Yeah, an onboarding app like Chainlit Hello, and it will do that. Okay, so yeah, it can be done in pure Python, like here. There you go. It's only Python code, apparently. But there's also integrations like you want to use Fast API, you want to do LangChain, Mistral AI, Light LLM. I'm not sure what this is. Of course, Hugging Face, LM Studio, such. Okay. So one of the cool things that's quite promising for Chainlit is of course the web app. So I think you can integrate it to the React. I'm not sure with Next.js, but yeah, for React it says here. So there you go. There's a Chainlit React client. Really cool. Yeah, sorry for that one. Okay. There's also this custom React frontend usage and stuff. So that's something you guys should look into. Okay, so it's available in NPM JS. Okay, this is the one. Yeah, I think it's not quite popular yet. As you can see, it's only like 1,000 downloads. So yeah, that's something I'm actually quite interested in. I'll look into this one. Maybe you guys should too, and you guys can like wow your company. Wow, that's a really sleek design for a chatbot. So yeah, let's go back here. There's also Copilot. Apparently, you can deploy it in Copilot. Cool. There you go. Quite laggy. I don't know why. There you go. See, on buttons stuff. But for me, in my work, like I create my own chat buttons. I don't know why, but it just works better with live router. Yeah. Okay, this is how it works for Teams. You can have your own Teams chatbot apparently with Chainlit, and then for Slack, you can have your own chatbot for Slack using Chainlit. Discord as well. There you go. So yeah, there's a lot of things here you guys can explore. Also, there's this one. Let's go for this one. This is the GitHub for Chainlit. They have this thing called a cookbook. Let's go to the cookbook. And there you go. There's an AI web search link up, Anthropic chat, Anthropic function streaming, some archives. I don't know. I'm not sure what that is. Old things, apparently. Okay. Yeah, a lot of things. BigQuery, Chroma, yeah, Chroma DB, of course, DeepSeek. So let's say once I teach you guys Chainlit and you guys become an expert, you know, it's always a good thing to share your knowledge for people who want to learn. Maybe you guys one day you guys can contribute here. Yeah, something like that. You want to just join him? So yeah, I'll be sharing a hands-on activity on how to create your integrate Gemini API, Gemini API in the um, yeah Gemini API Chainlit, and as you can see, there is no proper Gemini API example here. So yeah, I'll be doing that later actually, unless maunahan niyo ako. So yeah, really cool. I wait. Let me just check if I shared all the links you guys have. Cool. So let me just off my screen and go to yeah. Let's prepare VS Code. Do you guys have VS Code? Do you guys have Python in your okay? Yes, cool. So I'll be doing the same, and I'll share my screen, guys. Mm, a lot of things happening. So right now, I want you guys to yeah, I want you guys to have your own folder, right? Oh,
Pangalan ng browser.
okay.
Ay,
So
caption mo para
yeah,
sa
this is the
browser.
one. So I actually
Pangalan
prepared it
mo.
already. So what I'll be doing is I'll be creating my own folder. It's called Live. So yeah, I'll just be there, and that will be my project folder. So I want you guys to do the same. I want you guys to create your own folder for your project, and because of that, I'll be going to VS Code. Oops. Let me just open. You guys can already see it. Okay, there you go. So it's just a empty slate, nothing happening. So for the people who want to try this thing out, type in the chat box one.
Cash in magkano?
You guys are interested in following through the hands-on, yeah,
110.
yeah, the hands-on workshop. Okay, cool. I guess a lot of people are already following. That's
Maya.
great. So I'll just be sharing that VS Code. Cool. So we came from Data Engineering Philippines, so I'll have to assume you guys have Python in your local environment, okay? But if you don't have a Python in your local environment, maybe that can be a topic for us in the future to get you guys started. So currently, my Python version is the following. I'm using 3.13.1. I know it's not quite a good practice because uh, 3.13 is quite experimental, but yeah, I'm doing a lot of experimental things, so that's why I'm there.
Okay na.
3.10 is good. 3.12 is the best as of the moment. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, okay. Let me just pivot my screens. I'll just be Xing some things. Okay. Tell me, guys, if you guys already have your folders. Type in the chat box live if you already have your folders. Okay. Okay. Cool. Really cool. Okay. So in the presentation, there are two. main technologies available, right? Gemini and Chainlit. So we need to download those two packages. So for the start of this project, we need to wait, okay. We need to create our requirements that text. Okay, cool. So requirements that text is just a list of dependencies or packages that we will be using for this product. So it's very similar. Let's say you're um, proficient in web development. There is something called the packages that JSON. There is, yeah, something like that. And it lists down everything that you need, the
4,700.
packages. And when you do like npm install, you install all of those things. So that's the same thing with requirements that text. Okay. So I'll just write in the packages name and I'll share with you guys. So I just wrote there Chainlit and Google Generative AI. Okay, can we also get a sample code with that? Yeah, cool. Yeah, I'll do that. So here it is. This is what I've written. So what I'll be doing, guys, while you guys are also coding alongside me, is that I'll just be copy and pasting the things that I'm writing on the screen and share it with you guys. Yeah, it won't. I don't think it won't. Yeah, it won't be. It won't be memory intensive, and I'll tell you guys why later. So yeah, we have that requirements that text, and how do we download everything that is listed down in it? Okay, so we will be doing something like this: pip install. Earlier in the documentation, it was something like pip install chainlit, right? It was something like that, but we'll be downloading multiple packages. I think it can be quite tedious if you guys like pip install Chainlit, pip install Google generative AI and stuff. It can be quite consuming. So what if you can just list down everything and do something like this? Pip install dash R, that means read, and then since you're in the context of make sure you're in the context of this folder. That's why you have to open it on your VS Code. Once you do that, you just write in the text file. Okay, so it will be requirements. Yeah, requirements dot text. There we go. Okay, let's write out. Make sure it works. And it will do. It will list down some weird things. And there you go. It can be quite a while for you guys, but for me, I already downloaded the packages here in my own Python, so I'm good. But for you guys, there can be you guys need to download it first. Okay, so this is the command I did on the command line. That's what I did. Would you recommend a Pi virtual environment first for those? I would do that, but uh, for the sake of simplicity, I won't do it. No, I'll just download it on the main Python version I have. Yeah, but yeah, that's a very good practice. Okay, so that's what that's the what's this command I did, and there you go. You have Chainlit and Google Generative AI downloaded in your um, Python. Okay, so another thing you guys need to do is write something like this: app.py. So what we will, oops, sorry about that. So yeah, app that simplify, as you can see, we'll be doing a single file application only. So once you've done that, you can now, you will be using the, what's this, packages you had earlier by doing this. Okay. So yeah, for Chainlit on the documentation, it's called CL. And for Google Generative AI, it's Gen AI. There you go. So that's how you use your the packages you just downloaded. Okay. I'm not sure if you can access the code, but yeah, that's how you access the code here. You just control and then click it. So this is the code behind the chainlet in the init. A lot of things. Okay. So yeah, that's how it's done. Okay. So generative AI from Google, Gen AI. It's an API service. Okay. I send the code for the import. So additionally, I want to use import. Yeah, the AI did it for me. There you go. Gusto niya niya, ano. But yeah,
Hindi ako
I
ano,
needed to import
director
the
sa
OS.
implementation.
So this is the operating system. I know it's quite a dangerous package because it accesses
Okay
your
lang naman eh.
operating system. But rest assured,
Hanggang
the code that we'll
6 months
be
to
doing
or ma-extend
for
mo
this
pa
one
hanggang 6
will
months.
be just to uh, add the what's this? Add the API key. So speaking of API keys, yeah, I want to configure it already. So I'll make an environment variable in my operating system, which is the following. There we go. And that's how you do that. Okay, let's just send it to you guys. Mhm. There you go. Something like that. Now I want you guys to yeah, I'll stop sharing and go to this window. Okay. So to get the Gemini API keys, we go here. Okay. So to get your own API, so this project is actually, yeah, let's go to that one. So you guys need to have a console yeah, updated GCP account that is approved already, and that you can create your own project and create your API keys. So this one, it's Hugs. You can create your own, something like that. I have 18 projects left and such. So yeah, so this is the API service. Oops. Okay, so let me just go back there. There. So with that, I'll just be generating my own API key. hmm There. And there you go. You have your own API key. Maybe I can share like three API keys here in the chat. But yeah, let me just save that. Yeah, maybe I can share three API keys. You guys can like, yeah, share it with yourselves. Okay, there you go. It's just in the free tier, so it's not a big deal, anything. But yeah, you should still practice. Uh, yeah, keeping your API keys safe. There you go. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. There you go. So yeah, three API keys available to you guys. Okay. I'll just go back to the code. So that's how I got my API key. Send something else. Window and app. There you go. So as you can see, it was the environment variable. It will be put here. There you go. Just put it there. And there you go. You have your Gemini API key. Okay. So of course we need to use the Gen AI package and configure. We need to provide the API key there. It's our form of authentication, right? So this is how you do that. You just do this there. So with that environment variable, you already have this, and you don't have to say it out loud or anything. Additionally, you can put dot py env. That's also dot environment variables. But yeah, for the sake of simplicity, I won't be doing that anymore. I just put it here.
Magkano?
But yeah,
40.
so yeah.
100.
So for our model, we'll be doing a
Na-send mo na?
Gemini 2.0 Flash. I'll just type it here. There we go. So with that, we already um, identified because for Chainlit, they have this functionality to what's this? Be able to provide a system prompt regardless if the AI model uh, has it or not. But yeah, so regardless if Gemini hasn't or has, if you use Chainlit, it has it. So yeah, our system prompt will be you are an AI instructor for beginners. Okay, let me just share that. Ang dami ng screens. There you go. Let me just. Ano. Okay, so that will be our system prompt. Now, if you want to have your own use case for the chatbot, you can create a system prompt for that one. Let's say you want a teller from Globe Telecom, like that. You can specify it in the system prompt, like let's say you are a teller from Globe Telecom. Please be knowledgeable about the promotions and services for this thing. I don't know. So yeah, that's the focus of a system prompt. Additionally, I think it's good to understand system prompts as something like, let's say, um, yeah, you just started working for today. You just get to the office, right? And you'll be provided with a message of the day on your front desk, and there you go. That will be the task that you have for the day, and yun. That's the system prompt. So yeah, so that's mostly the code for, well, not necessarily mostly the code for the chatbot. There will be more later, like the configurations for the temperature and stuff. But yeah, we'll be dealing with Chainlit for now. So Chainlit will
Na-send
be
mo na?
having is the UI will be having is at the start, like when I go to the website, it will pop yeah, it will pop up a uh, input input box from me. It's like Google search, right? It's like Chat GPT. So I want something like that. So yeah, that's what we'll be doing. So this is the code that I'll be writing. Okay. Okay. So this is like chat on chat start. You'll just be implementing the system prompt, and there you go. hmm So let me just share that with you guys. There. So at the start of every session or chat, this is what will happen. Okay, there is something called user session, and we will be setting the system prompt. There you go. And with that, on await, there will be something like there will be a short message on the screen. It says the system prompt has been set, and this is the system prompt. And there you go. That's that's what we written here. So yeah. So it's like the thinking functionality of what's this? DeepSeek or even ChatGPT. They already have that. So yeah. Additionally, what if we are already going to send our message? So there is something called CL on chat or on message. I mean, and with that, we have to write everything that happens when we message something, when that action happens, and it looks like this. There you go. So yeah, okay. So we handle the message once there is a message, at least, and there you go. We get the system prompt and prompt with system, and there you go. So in um in Gemini, like I told you guys, there is no system prompt, unlike for OpenAI, Claude, and such. So what you do is you just do something like this. You are instructed to, yeah, to do accordingly, and there you go. I mean, yeah, you're instructed to act accordingly. There you go. So with that, you're able to already make the prompt with system, and there you go. So I'll just share with you guys.
Data agent.
Mhm. So additionally, since we already had the message, tapos naka-format na siya, wherein yung nauuna is you are instructed to act accordingly. Tapos yung system prompt, and then new line, yung user, nagsabi siya ng message na, ayun, yun yung message niya. So I think the message is already properly, how can I say this, properly formatted. So with that, we're going to already create our generation configuration. So this is the um yung parameters natin. Wait. Yeah, this is the parameters. Let me just, there you go. There. Hmm. Looks, yeah, looks quite ugly. There you go. Something like that. So yeah, something like that. So we have now is the um generation config. So nakalagay dito, temperature will be on 0.7 or 70%. Top P sampling is the at 0.95%. Top K is 40 and such. Max tokens for the response is 5,000 words. So you can do other things. Additionally, you can also add in the safety settings, which I showed you guys earlier in AI Studio. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Wait, add currency generation config parmalines. Okay, there you go. There. Mhm. As you can see, it was for the harm, the harassment, the hate speech, sexually explicit, the dangerous content, and there you go. Block medium and above. So this is actually my favorite setting. Yeah, I'll just share this one with you guys. Okay, there. And additionally, since you already provided those things, you can go for you will already generate the content of the model. So this is how you do that. hmm Just copy and paste. There you go. So as you can see, response will be the model will generate content, the message,
Pasensya.
error,
Pasensya ka.
message, prompt with system, this is the message, the generation config, there you go. It will be on temperature for 70%, top P on 95, yeah. Safety settings from this one, and there's also a lot of different um, parameters here. There you see. Yeah. So contents first, the generation config, the safety settings. There's also a stream. There's the tools or the other agents functionalities, okay, and such. So yeah, that's that. hmm And lastly, this is not a notebook, guys. So we need to have a main here. There you go, and there you go. This is the code for that one. I'll be copying paste and share it. So with that, you already have your model, right? So what's next? We need to run it. Okay. So yeah. So with that, we'll do Python and then M, which is module, and with that we do chainlit, and then the name of the file. So app.py.
Ah, 10
So
pesos.
dash M is module. Let's try it out. I think yeah, it's very similar to Streamlit.
Ano na lang?
There you go. As you can see, guys, from it already generated this files or this folders. There's translations and different things. Yeah, I'm honestly not sure on what this is, but yeah, I think it's the UI for the UI for the chainlet. So it's also accessible in different languages. So we have yeah the English. I'm not sure what this is. Mm-hmm.
Anong load mo? Regular lang?
You know,
6 giga?
and yeah, the config.toml, a lot of things. Yeah, files. So yeah, okay. Oh, okay. I think I was a little wrong. So you need to do Python dash m chainlit dot run. No, chainlit run appy. There you go. So with that, you do, yeah, you do these things, and also run it on your local host. So yeah, there, it's already available. Okay, so let me just share that function. Where's the function? This one. Share this command. There. We admit. There you go. Yeah. So this is the um yeah
55
command. So I'll show you on. Yeah, let me share my screen. Stop sharing. Show the entire thing. So yeah, okay. We go here. Go to the local host. It gets here, and there you had it. So where did that happen? That actually happened when we um on chat start. So
150 po.
the chainlit gets everything, the system prompt, and there you go. We have this message. System prompt is set to there. So that's what happened. So this has already fired. The next thing that will fire is on message. So that means every time we send a message, this code will run there.
Ano po
Okay,
yan sa inyo?
so let's try that out.
Make sure daw po.
Okay, hi. Can you create, because earlier the system prompt is you are an AI instructor for beginners. So I'll ask it like, can you create a simple overview on how to how to study the basics of AI. hmm Something like that. I hope it works. Calls the API. Can be quite long. There you go. So with that, Anna, apparently, guys, the question earlier was that is this memory intensive? Well, wait, someone is joining. Okay, welcome. Well, no, because we're using an API, and what that means is that the Google services or the servers in Google are doing the computation to get this answer. What the API is doing is it's just passing the result or the text that we have here. It says here, all right, welcome. So you want to dive into the basics of AI. That's fantastic. It means it might seem daunting, but there you go. Sabi daw dito, laying the foundation, essential math and programming. As you can see, I think earlier, chinat din natin ito sa Gemini web browser. And the first thing that popped up is the mathematics and learning linear algebra. Super important and stuff. So what should we focus on? Sabi dito. Yeah, of course, the vectors and matrices. Why? Because that's the representation of data in the vector store indexes when you do RAG. Operations like addition, multiplication, and transposing. Cool. Basic concepts like eigenvalues and eigenvectors. You can ease into these later now and stuff. So with that, you already have your AI instructor for beginners powered by Gemini using Chainlit as your face or the UI. So yeah, that's our project, and I guess it's complete. Maybe we can have another prompt. How about create a simple overview of the basics of AI for 5-year-olds. So yeah, thing it, ano, behind the scenes, it gets the uh, AI API call, goes to the Google servers somewhere, and the Google servers they do this computation and provide this result. And there you go. It's in our um, local host. Okay, yan. So, dito, okay, future AI explorers. Here's our plan now. What are smart machines? We talked about some machines that can do things that seem smart, like playing games or recognizing pictures. That's AI. We can show simple examples like a toy robot that follows a line and such, learning from examples though. Mhm. And there you go. I think we're good. Unless you guys want have specific prompts you want me to do here. And also, yeah, questions you guys might have. So yeah, that's our presentation. Do you guys have any questions?
Question, guys.
Yeah, let's go back here. So yeah,
Hindi ko natapos, Daniel.
that's all
I got
good.
lost.
That's all right. So yeah, who are the people got lost? Anyone got lost?
How about you guys? May nakatapos ba sa inyo? Nawala ako, may customer na dumating eh.
Oh, someone, ano, si Joven. You finished Joven. Natapos mo yung project. So yeah, that's a very good question kay Catherine. Yeah, Miss Catherine. So, for the people who didn't follow earlier, well, this yeah, this demo is actually available in my GitHub repository. My GitHub repository. So, this is the link and you guys can like yeah, mag-clone kayo or even just download the zip file. And there, my, yan, sabi ni Charles, great, cool.
Ayan
How
o.
about my intern Eman here? Oh yeah, he's gone. Oh man. So yeah, cool, Charles. Your app is running. So that's how you use Chainlit. And also, this is the link to my code that I did earlier. It's already hosted like that. And there you go. Cool. Any questions, guys? Maybe regarding the Google Gemini API because I'm more experienced on that end than Chainlit. I don't use Chainlit that much. But yeah, maybe you guys have any questions. I'm I'm quite fit to answer. Okay, just want to know from your perspective. This is a question from Charles. Like, how would you approach a project where you are tasked with a live text translation during a meeting, which you would integrate AI for that? Okay, very cool question. So let's go back here. So yeah, I think the key word there, Charles, is the word live, right? And another word for live is streaming real time. So there is something called the uh, what's this? The Google streaming real time or Gemini Live. So you what happens here is that this is actually I don't know if you guys heard of HeyGen. Do you guys know HeyGen? It's like an AI avatar API that yeah you can basically talk to yeah an AI avatar that you made maybe in the form of a yeah beautiful girl, a man or something else, an alien. So it's something like that. And let's go here. So for your question, there's a lot of things happening here. It's called the Live API. So yeah, this one is a little, yeah. There's a video here. We can play it.
Okay, this is a quick demo.
Reads, the multimodal forest, there was a very unremarkable rock. This rock was gray and it was
Oh,
round, and it sat
sorry, I
there.
have to interrupt you.
Oh, there, see.
No problem.
So the guy interrupted the AI mid sentence, and the AI was actually able to catch up with the conversation. Unlike in the traditional LLMs today, or yeah, LLMs today, you need to let the AI finish first. You need to let the AI finish first. So that's the essence of the live API. So I would use this for translating on real time with, let's say, it's a bot that joins your calls. This is what I would use. Yeah. hmm But for me, I actually like I only had one project that
520.
required live, like live. What's this? Yeah, live translations. So this is what I only use, and that's what I only know. But I think there's a lot of tools out there. There's also Open AI, the live the live version as well. I think there's also for Anthropic, but I'm not sure. So yeah, this is the things here. There's also token counting, the telemetry system. If you are very if you are very frugal with your API calls, you can use this. Count the tokens that's going in and out from your model, and
Gcash,
there
no?
you can budget accordingly. Yeah. So yeah, very good question, Charles. How about anyone else?
Pa-fill up.
Have any questions regarding that one? Thanks. Cool.
I have a question, Daniel.
Sure. Go ahead.
Uh, have you been spending some amounts already with your projects?
Of course, not necessarily for Gemini API. So, well, I think this is an opinion. This is an opinion, guys. For production grade already, what I do, let's say I have this client, yeah, creating a chatbot for my website. That's my typical go-to project, yeah, in freelancing. So what happens is, how do I communicate with my client or my boss, right? So, like I said earlier, I would actually use something like Chainlit. I would actually use something like Streamlit, and I would create this very simple UI that my boss can
Pa-fill up.
interact with the chatbot, and she will tell me what
Reference.
does she need, what does he need
Reference pa sulat.
from the chatbot. Like, is this a
Okay na
good
po.
response? Is this a bad response and such? Because you guys, the cool thing about Chainlit, the cool thing about this UI frameworks and uh, what's this in Python is that they allow other people who are not very technically knowledgeable to join in the conversation, to interact with your chatbot. You know, when if you're like, a bad way to represent your project or a bad way to represent your chatbot is through um, a file, right? A Python file, and then they will say like, "What should I do with this one, Daniel? What should we do with this one? We don't know." So I think it's better to provide them a UI that they are able to talk to with the chatbot intuitively, like in ChatGPT. They say it like that. Oh man, it's just like ChatGPT. Really cool. So that's something they do. So let's
Santo,
say
Maya,
I create this
payment mode,
AI
Gcash.
model prototype.
Magkano?
I don't want to spend money on it. I would actually use the Google API that on the free tier and let the client interact with it. If they like it, that's good because I will upgrade it to it's either Claude or OpenAI. OpenAI is getting good as well for production level, but Claude is like the best for reasoning and such.
10,
But
20,
for let's say
30, 40,
conversational, like
190. Thank you.
the normal information regarding a website, the company or the clients or what, OpenAI is a good choice as well. So yeah, and with that, it can be quite expensive. OpenAI API is quite expensive for me, unlike what's this Gemini API. So this one, that's my go-to strategy. I go for the Gemini API free tier, and then if they like it, let's go for a version in OpenAI. Let's go for a version in Claude, and that's when they are able to provide me with the right resources or the right compensation to make it possible. And there you go. But there's a there's a selling point to that one. With this Gemini API with the Chainlit, the front end, you are able to communicate your product really well. It's not even like a prototype level of, yeah, that you just provide like this is just code, run it, boss, or something like that. They don't know how to do that, so you create this small application for them to use, and it convinces them that to be, let's say, confident with your ability to go through with the project. And that's where, yeah, that's the wonders of Gemini API and Chainlit for me. That's what I can see actually. Yeah. Any other questions, guys? Mhm. Yeah. So I guess, yeah, well, yeah, let's wait. I think everyone's good. You guys can follow me on LinkedIn, AlgorixPH or Daniel Mir. I'm available here. So yeah, just some of the projects I'm doing. So yeah, you guys can probably see me on different events. I was last week on Gen AI Philippines and stuff. So yeah, just a bit about me. So if you guys have any questions or anything else, you guys can just follow me here, connect with me, and yeah, chat me. So yeah, that's all. Also in GitHub. So yeah, I think that's all.
Yes, I guess we're done.
Yep.
Thank you, Daniel, and everyone. Good day. I hope you enjoyed our session today.
Yeah.
Very insightful, and we learned a lot from
Quick
Daniel. Thank
question.
you, Daniel.
Pala. Sorry. Can I ano?
Ah, sure, sure.
So see Charles again. Have you previously tried if Chainlink is also shareable? Like you can share your radio UI. I think Chainlit, you need to host it in the form of React JS. I'm not sure. So unlike for like radio, you have the what's this? The Hugging Face spaces, something like that. That was for Streamlit. You have the Streamlit Community Cloud. I'm not sure for Chainlit. Chainlit is more of a, yeah, local development thing. So yeah. So yeah, I think, yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you.
Mhm.
Goodbye na tayo.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Mhm. Thanks so much.